Hi, welcome to my channel, Organized with Joy. I'm Joy and I want to inspire you to get organized. And in today's video, I am once again going to be tackling my closet, deep cleaning and decluttering it. And here I'm just showing you some before shots.
Alone in my apartment, I should have seen the warning sign. Money don't come easy, so most of us are chained to being busy.
I'm just starting on one side of my closet and then I'll be working my way around, but I'm going to take everything off this shelf just so that I can clean it off. And it's really hard for me to even assess which jeans I have with them folded like this. This is the best way that I have to store them with my current closet situation, but I do want to go through them and see if there's any that I can get rid of. And I'm just using a Mrs. Meyer's all-purpose cleaning spray and a microfiber cleaning cloth to clean these shelves.
Something's not so wrong. So let's be foolish. Let's be. I've got nothing to offer, no security, but there's this I give to you. I know my days are numbered, nothing's promised to me. I wanna spend.
I wish there was a way to display my hats in my closet, but I just don't have a very large closet, and I do share my closet with my husband. So for now, I'm just going to continue using that plastic box to store all my hats.
Let's be foolish. Let's love. Let's be.
And I go ahead and do the same thing with my sweaters and sweatshirts. I'm just removing them all so I can clean the shelf. And I also am going to clean that top shelf there. Last week I cleaned out my husband's side of the closet, and I went ahead and cleaned this top shelf of mine and reorganized it using these plastic boxes so that it matched my husband's side of the closet. If you want to see that video where I clean my husband's side of the closet, I'll go ahead and link it up in the cards and down in the description box as well. And I know I own a lot of sweaters. In general, I know I own a lot of clothes, but I did in fact wear all of these sweaters last winter, and I'm sure some of that had to do with traveling that I did to colder places than Texas. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and hang on to all of these because I did in fact wear them last season.
Yours here right now, the kind of night we dream about. Oh, 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 oh.
And here I'm just going to go through my clothes while they're still hanging. If you saw my very first video that I ever posted, it was a closet clean out, and I actually removed everything from the closet and did a KonMari style purge where I took everything out and went through everything on my bed, but on this day I chose to just go through things as they were hanging. But as you can see, I'm touching every single hanger or every single piece of clothing to try to make a decision on whether to keep it.
One blink and it's over. Wake up and we're older tonight. We're kings and queens. Stop, take a breath.
And here I'm showing you how I turned my hangers around, and I did this in January, and there were a couple of tank tops, but they were really tank tops that I wear in the winter underneath a blazer when I go out. So I actually decided to put those with my long sleeve shirts, but I did struggle with all of my dresses. Several of them were still turned around backwards, and I imagine that's just because we really haven't had a lot of opportunity to go places to wear my dresses. And here I'm going through all of my jackets, blazers, cardigans, kimonos, things like that. And I honestly wore most of these since January, so most of the hangers were turned around. There were a couple of kimonos that I wore a lot over the last several years that were not turned around, but it's probably, again, because I haven't really gone places much, and it's definitely an item that I tend to wear when we go out. That box right there holds my wedding dress, and I was kind of just using it to stack things on top of it. I had a whole pile of clothes that I was collecting for Poshmark, and then I also had that bag with trash, so I needed to take care of that. My long sleeve shirts were really difficult to go through because most of them were still turned backwards. I'm not really sure why. I guess because I mostly wore sweaters last winter instead of these long sleeve shirts. So I tried to be ruthless in getting rid of them, but I did leave all the hangers that were backwards still turned backwards, and then maybe in January I can decide which ones to get rid of. And here, now that I have some free hangers, I'm hanging up some clothes that needed to be hung up. I obviously have not done a good job of the one in, one out rule, which I told myself is what I was going to do when purchasing clothing, but I had run out of hangers, and so I definitely needed to purge items.
The sky beyond the blue, we turned the page, our story became a world brand new. You and I.
Next, I needed to tidy up my shoes. I had some boxes that were free that I wanted to put some shoes away that I don't wear as often so that every shoe had a spot on my shoe rack. And I know, I own a lot of shoes. What can I say? I like shoes. But yeah, here I'm just gonna go ahead and get them organized. And I always, in the fall, switch out my sandals with my boots and booties, and so I'll be doing that fairly soon.
Open wide, the future's on our side. We'll touch the stars, we'll follow our hearts into the light. Walk with me.
All of my out of season shoes or shoes that I don't wear quite as often, I store up in these plastic shoe boxes up on this shelf. They're still fairly easily accessible, but it leaves room on my floor for all the other shoes.
We've been missing, you and I.
also wanted to clean the glass globe on our light fixture. You couldn't really see it when it was actually up there, so I went ahead and showed you right before I rinsed it off. All I used was some warm water and then dried it off with the microfiber cleaning cloth. Next, I'm going to remove everything from off the floor so that I can vacuum in here and then also use our steam vac machine and clean the baseboards so that I can get a nice, good, deep clean in here. Dust definitely collects in the corners. I typically only do this every 6 months or so, so while it seems like a lot of work, I don't do it frequently, but I definitely like to do it every once in a while. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. I truly appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch my video. I really hope that it's in some way inspiring or encouraging to you, or maybe just motivational for you to get a space cleaned and organized. I always love getting to know all of y'all who are watching, so please leave down in the comments a space in your home that you feel like you're constantly having to go through and clean up and purge. I definitely feel like my closet is that space, and I'm sure it's just the nature of it given the new clothes that come in and just a constant rotation of items that need to be dealt with. But let me know in the comments, what area of your home do you feel like you're constantly cleaning up or organizing?
From hello, what's your name? To I'll know I'll never be the same. You've been changing me from trying so hard not to play the fool to do you know that you're beautiful. You've been changing me. Just take some time, but little by little, yeah, we'll get it right. Oh, I never thought I could
Okay, y'all, I was laughing so hard when I pulled this out of my husband's side of the closet. This was a gift that my daughter got, but it didn't fit her, so she gave it to my husband, but it was fun to play around with it.
You've been changing me from flying high to breaking falls. Learning money don't mean that you have it all. You've been changing me. Just take some time, but little by little, yeah, we'll get it right. Oh, I never thought I could get the chance to be here with you. So crazy
So here is the pile of clothes that I'm getting rid of, and I plan to probably put most of this on Poshmark. That is usually how I get rid of my clothes. It makes me feel a little bit better, being able to make a little bit of money. Also, a lot of these items I have been on the fence about for a while, so I tried to be ruthless and get rid of things that I was on the fence about. So using a Poshmark closet also helps with that, because if it doesn't sell, you can always make a decision to keep it at a later time. Probably not the best way to declutter, to just fully get rid of it, but it works for me. And here is the after, and I recognize that it's not like a huge change, but I am thankful that I was able to purge some of my clothing items and get the remainder of the items straightened up a little bit and back in order. It's always nice to have everything in order. It just makes it seem so much more peaceful and less chaotic in my closet.
Figuring out I'm not who I swore that I would be by now, but I won't stay. No, not for long, no, not for long.
Well, thank you for watching my video today. If you're new to my channel or you just haven't subscribed yet, I would love for you to consider subscribing to my channel. And I hope that this video gave you some motivation or encouragement to get a space in your house cleaned or decluttered.